We have another uninvited guest that has entered our solar system. It's big, it's fast, and it's sparking fear. It's called Threeey Atlas. Why is a comet causing such a stir and panic? Is it really a comet? The truth could be lurking right in front of us, so come investigate with Team UFO. It was discovered on July 1st, 2025 by the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System in Chile. Its speed at the time of discovery was an astonishing 137,000 miles per hour, which is about 38 miles per second.
Why in such a hurry?
They still aren't sure how big it is, but most estimates have it up to about 7 miles wide. Its closest point to the sun will be about 1.4 astronomical units on October 29th of this year, and the closest it will get to us is about 1.6 AU on December 19th. The orbit is going to take it between the Earth and Mars. Now, Threeey Atlas is only the third of its kind found. The other two interstellar visitors discovered was Borisov in 2019 and the odd cigar-shaped Oumuamua in 2017. Oumuamua caused a huge storm in the media not only because it was the first interstellar object found, but a Harvard astrophysicist suggested that it could be alien tech. Well, that same astrophysicist, Avi Loeb, is at it again with Threeey Atlas. So is this comet a threat to Earth, or is there a completely different threat that we are missing? This is where things start to get a little interesting. Loeb, I don't know what it. I'm just gonna go with Loeb. Loeb is suggesting that Threeey Atlas may also be alien tech. Now he isn't acting like someone we all know. Sorry, Georgie. He more or less is trying to suggest alternative ways of thinking when we discover these objects. Here's a few clips from an interview he recently did.
Chance of this trajectory is less than 0.2% to be aligned with the orbit of the Earth around the Sun, less than 1 part in 20,000 to arrive so close to the other planets. And one wonders, could it be a design trajectory? And I'm not saying that we know, but I'm saying that we need to collect more data to figure out the nature of this object, because we talk a lot about existential risks from artificial intelligence, from climate change, from an asteroid that may impact the Earth, but we don't talk at all about the possibility of alien tech.
Now, he also talks about the dark forest theory, which is a resolution to the Fermi paradox. The Fermi paradox is a contradiction between the high probability of ETs existing and the lack of the evidence of their existence. The dark forest theory is trying to explain that lack of existence. This theory states that the universe is actually full of life, but civilizations choose to remain silent. Why would they remain silent? Well, just imagine you're a cute little rabbit in the middle of a forest full of wolves. I think you get the picture. So if Loeb is simply trying to say we should look at things a different way, why is he being called a fraud? I thought thinking outside the box was a good thing. So this comet might be nothing, or it might be alien tech. Let me throw something else your way. What if this all has to do with fake aliens? Yes, I said fake aliens. Now before you leave this video and curse me, hear me out. What I'm referring to is Project Bluebeam. Project Bluebeam is the idea that the global elites would stage a supernatural event to unite the world as one. A new world order of such, and no, not the 90s wrestling one. They would do this in steps which could have already been underway for years. Here's how I think it would go down, so let me know what you think. First step is to not only create an enemy to fear, but to also play it off like it doesn't exist. Well, UFOs have been seen and documented for centuries, so there is the enemy. And the reason why they would ignore it is to create a stigma around that subject, which adds even more fear. Most people who see a UFO and try to talk about it get shamed and deemed crazy. Although it has gotten better over the last few years, it still happens today. Look at Loeb being called a fraud for thinking a different way. That box is checked. The second step would be the government finally acknowledging the existence of that so-called enemy, which over the last few years, the US Congress has been holding hearings about UFOs.
Do you have any information that the US government is involved in a disinformation campaign to deny the existence of certain UAPs?
I can't go beyond what I've already stated publicly in my News Nation interview because it touches other sensitivities.
The next stage would be the media planning articles to create more fear. All of these that you're seeing right now, I found within a minute. So I think that's another check in the box. The likely fourth stage is to, well, stage the attack. Now in my mind, there are a lot of possibilities with this one. They could have planes that look like past reported UFOs, or something similar to that effect, but I think the big one is holograms. We have the technology already, even though it's in its primal state. But who's to say our government doesn't have something more advanced and tested already?
Rumors of aliens invading Miami are going viral on social media.
There was an incident in Miami back in January 1st, 2024, dubbed the Miami Mall Incident. It's a clever name. That will actually be in my next video. Anyway, some people that saw the beings inside the mall said they looked cloaked and would glitch at times when they moved. Now, some go on to explain that they could be beings from a different dimension, but it sounds a lot like holograms to me. And lastly, the fifth and final stage would be to unite the entire world as one, to fight the common enemy.
Welcome to Earth.
If you honestly think about it, it wouldn't be that hard, seeing as we would all hate these aliens for ruining our gaming sessions and Starbucks time. With the world united, the person or group in charge could essentially do whatever the hell they wanted to do, and there would be nothing we could do about it except get on Facebook and complain. But if this is actually happening, why now? Well, to answer that, all you have to do is look at the current state of affairs. We are inching closer and closer to World War III by the day. That thought alone is already striking fear in people about the end of the world, because chances are, if it does happen, it's going to go nuclear. And what better way to stop the real end of the world? By pretending something from the cosmos is going to end it as the global elites try to unite us and take it over. Now, what would there be to gain from this? Well, I believe there is a lot to be gained. Access to all of Earth's resources, having total control of a planet. Now, that could be good or bad depending on how you look at it. But let's face it, nobody would really have to trade. They have total control over anything that they want to do. They can make us do anything. It might not be as good as you think. Yes, it could bring peace and stability, but it could also bring much worse things, like more greed and total control over everything we do on our daily lives. Even if it's not happening right now, I believe for us to advance as a species, we need to be united, just not under a fake alien invasion. So what are your thoughts on Threeey Atlas? Do you think none of this matters and life's just going to continue on? Do you think it's just the comet that is getting too much attention? Could it really be aliens? Or could it be something as sinister as a hidden agenda like Project Bluebeam? Let me know what you think down below. Also, if you enjoy topics like this or topics about UFOs in general, make sure to like and subscribe and become a part of Team UFO. Until next time, keep looking up.